Hi everyone, it is Drake again, and today's video will be in my series here I have of book hauls in specific locations. Today we have another Austin, Texas book haul, and this one is specifically connected to the Austin Used Book Collective. They had a 1-year anniversary sale that was down at it's like Southeast Austin at Time Being Books, which is down on 7th Street, and yeah, anyway, you can look it up if you want to. But the Austin Used Book Collective, it's a year old. It's a group of independent booksellers who I guess all realized they were selling books separately, and then collected themselves to help each other out. And I gather that about once a month they'll do an event where they sell books somewhere. And this one happened to be down at Time Being Books, which is near a couple food trucks and other things. But yeah, this is the first time I've ever gone to one of their events, and I was impressed. I was really impressed. Paperbird also made it down, so that was nice to see him there. Yeah, so I'll just share a couple videos, talk about a couple of the booksellers that were there, and then I have a couple other books I picked up recently from other places. But all right, we'll first start with bookseller Josiah Simon. This is his bookmark here. And the book I got from him, and I would say his book stall was probably the one that appeals to my taste the most. It's a lot of scholarly stuff, foreign language stuff, history. It was really finely tuned. A lot of things I was interested in, but I ended up just picking up one book for myself, and that is A Practical Grammar for Classical Hebrew, published by Oxford University Press. And this edition's a little beat up. It's taped up, but it's mostly unwritten in. And part of the reason why I got this is because of my reading in Arabic grammar and language this past summer. So this will be cool to see because I'll be able to make comparisons and pick up a little bit of the details of grammar in Hebrew. Because if I get there eventually, I want to look at the Old Testament in the original, basically. So this will help me on the way. And even if this isn't the volume I end up keeping permanently, like if this isn't my one reference grammar of Hebrew that I ended up keeping, still it's excellent as a path on the way. So yeah, it was great. I had met Josiah before, but it was great to see him down there, and we chatted for a bit. And yeah, he had a couple other volumes that I was eyeballing, so might have to reach out again down the line. But excellent stuff. He does have a website and an AbeBooks profile. That's a storefront, online storefront, I think is the technical term, which I will link in the description to this video. So if you want to check out any of his stuff, he's a scholar of German philosophy. He actually just translated, along with someone else, Franz Rosenzweig's study of Hegel and the State, and Routledge put it out. So if you're interested in German philosophy or original language German stuff and you're based in the US, check out his AbeBooks storefront. You'll probably find some things you're interested in. So very pleased to see him there. And then also I went to Time Being Books. It's a modified storage container, shorter storage container that's been modified to be a bookstore and a reference library. The bookstore owner there, I didn't catch her name. But anyway, Time Being Books is the name. I'll show you the little bookmark here. And as you see, it's a bookstore and reference library at 705 Gunter Street, and that was the location of this anniversary sale. What's fascinating about Time Being Books is that it's a bookstore, so you can obviously buy the books there, but it's a reference library, meaning the bookstore owner invites people to visit, read the books, and not buy them. Or also, you can reach out to her if you see a book you're interested in, and she will scan part of the book for you and send it to you, either pages of the art books that she stocks or chapters of the other books that she stocks. So there's no pressure to buy anything there, which I just think is an excellent principle to operate under. But the book I got from Time Being Books, which I was really thrilled with finding, is a woodcut manual by J.J. Landkees, maybe is how you'd say it. But this book is from 1932. And so what is fascinating about this is that it doesn't assume any modern industrial processes for it, doesn't assume plastic is involved. And what's really nice about this is that some woodcuts are sprinkled throughout. So it's like proof of concept. And it's just beautiful. But it's not like I'm collecting them, but as I go on in life, I want to work on different crafts, but I want to work them in traditional ways without modern chemicals or plastics or whatever. I've already been interested in woodworking, but I'm also interested in printing and printmaking. Paper making as well, but mainly the wood cuts and different ways of printing. And so yeah, this book will be perfect for that. And both of these books I've mentioned were very reasonably priced. It's not like these people are trying to extort anybody. So, Austin Used Book Collective, they will be doing another sale downtown early October. I'll put a link to that. I'll put a link to their website in the description of this video. But it'll be down at the French Legation, which is an old building downtown Austin. Apparently everyone's going to bring some French interest books. There will be talks by people who are scholars of the French influence on Central Texas, and they'll be talking about that and Texas in general. So yeah, if you don't have anything to do on, I think it's October 6th or something like that, feel free to check it out. It should be a pretty cool day. All right, so I want this video to be fairly short, so I'm just going to show a couple other books I've gotten locally recently. And yeah, and that'll be that. So, I really shouldn't have, but I went to Half Price Books recently, and I picked up a biography, Oxford University Press biography of John Henry Newman by Ian Kerr. And this is, part of the reason why I was interested in this is that it's more of an intellectual biography than some of the other biographies that have been put out. I was interested to find that John Henry Newman was made a doctor of the church in the Catholic Church. But I first heard about John Henry Newman because Joyce just loved his work, Apologia Pro Vita Sua, his his own kind of intellectual autobiography of his religious thinking and living. And I've read part of that book, and it is just fascinating to read. And so that was how I first got into him. But then as I've been going on, I've been kind of interested in reading sermons as a genre of English literature that is really underappreciated today, because you get some really fascinatingly intricate stuff with like Lancelot Andrewes, for example, who T.S. Eliot notably loved. And then as you scoot forward a little bit, you have John Donne, who is, his poetry and his devotions are very well known, but his sermons are almost totally unread as far as I can tell. And then, of course, you have amazing figures that are still well known today, like Jeremy Taylor, his Holy Living and Holy Dying. But then also he also has sermons as well that you can read. So, and then John Henry Newman continues that tradition with some sermons that I'm interested in reading. Also, his Dream of Gerontius, his long poem on meditation on mortality and death that he wrote in the late 19th century. So anyway, yeah, biography of John Henry Newman. And then last but not least, we have some Oxford classical texts volumes. We have volume 1 and 2 of the Iliad, Homer's Iliad. And what is amazing about these Oxford classical text volumes is that they are definitive versions of the original Greek or Latin, depending on which one you get. So this one happens to be, of course, in Greek, edited by Thomas Allen. And I got these at Livra Books, bookstore I've mentioned previously on this channel, but it's just north of UT's campus on, can't remember which street, but it's in Hyde Park. So just north of UT, you can walk to it from UT. But yeah, I was thrilled to find those. Those were recent arrivals, and picked these up for pretty good price. So was thrilled with that. Greek, again, is not a language I'm prioritizing, but if I do work on Greek, it will be on the Greek ranging from Homer to, like Callimachus, the Alexandrian Greeks. I won't work on, I might get into Koine Greek for the New Testament, but I'm not going to get it into Byzantine Greek. That'll be too much for my plate here. But yeah, that's that. So Livra Books there, another couple books from them. All right, well, that's that video. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let me know if you've picked up any interesting books lately, or if any, based on what I just showed, if you have any recommendations for me. And keep chugging along. School year's been going well. It's keeping me extremely busy, obviously, which is why the videos have dropped off a little bit. But I'm going to try to hold strong and make about a video a week. I definitely have plenty going on to talk about. Because my commute's pretty long, I have been listening to audiobooks, and I finished the audiobook of The Dawn of Everything by David Graeber. I am finishing reading Debt by David Graeber, so I'll be really happy with 2025 will be one of the aspects of that year will be finishing David Graeber's two great works, Study of Debt, History of Debt, and then The Dawn of Everything. The Dawn of Everything has given me so many different research tracks to go down, so I'm really happy with that. And then one of my interests recently that I'm going to be delving into more is ethnobotany of native North America, or Turtle Island as I prefer to say. And I have a bigger research project about that, but which I'll be talking about maybe more as we go forward. But yeah, I haven't gotten Schadenfreude yet. I've just gotten away from some of this stuff. So maybe down the line I'll read it, but definitely not a priority at this point. What else have I been reading? Yuan Hao Wen, still chugging along with that, reading it slowly but surely. The Manyoshu, I'm still reading that as well. Lancelot Andrews' sermons, which if anyone's interested, I'd be happy to share some of those, maybe read one out. Joseph Needham, been diving into the set, Science and Civilization in China. Just really an embarrassment of riches, honestly. I feel guilty. I feel somewhat guilty, but I also feel extremely grateful and fulfilled by what I've been reading lately. So, we're going to be reading Euripides with my students. So, if you have any recommendations on really interesting video productions of Euripides, both Medea and Electra, let me know. And if there are any especially insightful studies or scholarly works on Euripides. Yeah. So anyway, Thanks for watching. Death is a Gang Boss.